Have you hired your first employee or do you need to pay yourself wages? Here's how.
Hi guys, welcome to another How to Do video series. My name is Sean from Box Advisory Services, and today I'll be showing you how to add an employee in Xero. So firstly, click on this and click on Settings. Click on Organization and Settings and make sure that all the fields here are filled out. This will enable you to create an employee without hiccups later on. Click Save when you've updated the fields, and then click on this again. Click on Settings, and then set up something called a payroll calendar. Click on Payroll Settings, and click on Calendars. Click Add a Calendar, and it will ask you how often you will pay your employees. So you would choose whether monthly, fortnightly, weekly. I'm going to choose monthly here. I'm just going to call it monthly 2. I have another payroll calendar already existing. And I will click the start date. This is when your calendar starts. This would be when you first hired your first employee. So let me just put it at 1st August, and payment date is 1st August as well. And then click on Pay Items. Click on this, click on Edit, and make sure to tick on this reportable SW1 on activity statement. Once you've done that, click on Superannuation, add Superannuation Fund, and search your superannuation or your employee superannuation fund. For example, Red Super. Okay, and for each employee that has a different superannuation fund, you will have to put in add the superannuation fund here as well. So what a payroll calendar is essentially, think of a calendar and you put in employees into that calendar, and whenever you run a pay run, based on the start date of those employees and based on the pay template, the pay will automatically be calculated for the employee within that payroll calendar. So click on payroll, click on employees, and now you want to add a new employee. So click on new employee and add employee. Some people that does not have any employees will not have this page. They will have an add employee button, which is green at the bottom. Once you click on that, it will bring you to the same page right here, which is employee details. So let's create, let's say we hired LeBron James as our admin person, and then input the date of birth, 90, and put in the address. Click Save. You definitely could keep on updating the different fields here, but it's not necessary. But it's good to have, but not a must-have. Now you just go through these tabs one by one from the left to the right. So click on Employment. Choose the start date of the employment, let's say 1st of August. And then here you can put in the classification if they have an industry award. If they do not have an industry award, you can just leave it blank. Here you have to choose the payroll calendar which you set up just now. And then here you choose the holiday group. Include holidays in payslips, or ordinary earnings rate. Click on the drop down and click on ordinary hours. It's always going to be ordinary hours. And then here, click add a superannuation membership. Choose the super fund that LeBron James has, your employee has, and then put in the super number. Click on Save, and then go to your next field. Put in your tax file number and your employment basis, whether it's full-time, part-time, casual, labor hire, or superannuation income stream. Usually it'll be the first 3 options. Let's say LeBron is on a full-time employment as an admin staff for us. And tax-free threshold claim, whether or not to take this, depends on whether or not your employee has multiple jobs. If your employee has multiple jobs and has already claimed the tax-free threshold, then you have to untick this. But if your employee only works for you, most likely this should be ticked so that the taxes are not garnished from their payslips that in a very high amount. This is if you have a study or HEX loan. If you have a HEX loan, make sure if your employee has a HEX loan, make sure you tick on this. And if your employee does not, then keep it unticked. Whenever you click File Now, a green File Now button, it will submit the information to the ATO. So once you're certain, click the File Now button. For me, I will click Save Only as this is a demonstration file. Click on Leave, and leave will be assigned to part-time and full-time employees. Click on Assign Default Leave Types if they're a part-time or full-time employee. And you can see now here, the leave will accrue as time passes. Click on Bank Accounts, put in your employee's bank account. Click on Pay Template. Now this will be the crux of this course because you're going to put in how much to pay your employees. So click on Add Earnings Line, click on this, click on Ordinary Hours. You can either choose to enter rate or enter annual salary. When we click Enter Rate, what it will show is the hours and the rate. When you click Enter Annual Salary, it will show you the hours per week and the annual salary. For a part-time employee, that's 38 hours a week, and let's say he has an annual salary of $80,000. You can also put in the rate. If since this is a monthly, you want to take 38 times 4, which is 152 hours. And let's say he earns $40 a week. And this is how you calculate the monthly rate. So I'm just going to use the annual salary here, so I'll delete the other one. You add a superannuation line. Usually it's going to be statutory rate, and you can choose the payment frequency. This shows how frequent the business pays the superannuation fund on behalf of the employee. So you can choose monthly or quarterly and click Save. So if your employee if this file was from another accounting software, you have to put in the opening balances of your employees. Usually, this can be quite complex to find out what the exact opening balances are. So definitely, I will recommend you to speak to your accountant. So once that's done, you have successfully created and inputted your employee into Xero. In our next video, we will show you how to do a pay run. Thank you.